In a quaint little village, there lived an old lady named Mary. The villagers knew Mary for her kind heart and willingness to help her neighbors. Although Mary lived alone, loneliness never visited her, as the villagers often came to seek Mary's wisdom and share their stories. In return for Mary's kindness, the villagers brought her food and supplies, ensuring Mary never went hungry. One chilly autumn morning, Mary decided to venture into the forest to gather some wood for her fireplace. As Mary wandered deeper into the woods, Mary stumbled upon something unusual, a large, old pot, partially buried in the ground. Curious, Mary brushed off the dirt and opened the pot. To Mary's astonishment, the pot was filled with glittering gold coins. Mary's heart leapt with joy. Mary imagined a new life filled with comfort and luxury. Mary saw herself living in a grand house, sitting by a beautiful fireplace on an elegant chair. But there was one problem: the pot was too heavy for Mary to carry alone. The changing treasure 114 determined, Mary fashioned a makeshift slide from wooden planks and tied a sturdy cloth around the pot. With great effort, Mary began to pull the pot towards Mary's home. As Mary dragged the heavy pot along, Mary noticed something strange. The gold coins inside the pot started to change color. 135 When Mary paused to catch Mary's breath and looked inside, the gold had turned to silver. A pang of disappointment surged through Mary, but Mary quickly reminded herself that silver was still valuable. Mary continued her journey, reassuring herself that Mary could still buy a nice house and enjoy evenings by the fireplace. However, as Mary pulled the pot further, the silver began to change again. This time, the silver turned into iron. Mary stopped and stared at the pot, feeling a deep sense of despair. All of Mary's dreams of a luxurious life seemed to vanish. But then, Mary took a deep breath and smiled. Mary realized that Mary had been happy before finding the pot, living a simple life with the love and support of the neighbors. As Mary sat down to rest, Mary decided to be grateful for what Mary had, rather than what Mary had lost. Mary thought about Mary's cozy little home, the warm meals that the neighbors brought Mary, and the joy that Mary found in helping others. Mary knew that true happiness didn't come from wealth, but from the love and kindness shared with those around Mary. Mary left the pot in the forest and returned home, content with Mary's life. That evening, as Mary sat by Mary's fireplace on Mary's old but comfortable chair, Mary felt a warm warmth in Mary's heart that no amount of gold could ever bring. Mary continued to live her life as Mary always had, helping her neighbors and receiving their love in return. In this way, Mary proved that true happiness comes from within, and Mary remained content and cheerful, regardless of the circumstances. Mary had learned to be happy in every situation, and that realization made Mary richer than any pot of gold. For example, Mary built a makeshift slide from wooden planks. Reassuring, giving comfort or confidence. For example, Mary kept reassuring herself that silver was still valuable. Despair, complete loss of hope. For example, Mary felt a deep sense of despair when the coins turned to iron. Content, in a state of peaceful happiness. For example, Mary was content with her simple life in the village. Serene, calm, peaceful, and untroubled. For example, the forest was serene with the sound of rustling leaves. Resourcefulness, the ability to find quick and clever ways to overcome difficulties. For example, Mary showed resourcefulness by making a slide for the pot. Pang, a sudden sharp feeling, especially of sadness or regret. For example, Mary felt a pang of disappointment when she saw the iron coins. Gratitude, the quality of being thankful. For example, Mary expressed her gratitude by helping her neighbors in return. Reassurance, the action of removing someone's doubts or fears. For example, Mary gave herself reassurance that everything would be okay, even with the iron coins. The villagers encouraged one another to remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until that time, they advised everyone to keep shining bright with the light of their stories.